Hey everyone, it's been popping up a lot lately in my DMs and comments, people asking about the Old Town Discovery 158 recreational canoe. I get why, it's one of those boats that seems to check all the boxes without breaking the bank or your back. So today I'm taking you out to the water to give it a real-world spin and tell you whether it's worth your time and money. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First thing you notice when you lift this thing is how light it is for a 15-foot canoe. Old Town says it's under 80 pounds, and yeah, it feels closer to 75 when you're carrying it solo from the car to the water. That's a game changer if you're loading and unloading by yourself or have limited storage space at home. The hull is polyethylene, so it's tough enough to handle a few scrapes against rocks, but it's also got that watertight reputation that keeps you dry even if you take on a little splash. I paddled through some choppy spots and didn't feel any water sloshing around inside, which is a relief after a long day. The seats are nylon-webbed, which sounds simple but makes a big difference. They're supportive without feeling like you're sitting on a park bench, and they adjust with one hand so you can fine-tune your position depending on whether you're paddling solo or with a buddy. Speaking of which, the Discovery 158 comfortably fits 2 adults plus gear. I had my 6'2" friend and a full dry bag in there, and we still had room for a cooler. The molded end cap handles make it easy to portage, and they're positioned so you can grab the boat without awkwardly bending down. Handling is where this canoe really shines. The hull is designed for straight tracking, so you're not constantly fighting the boat to stay in a straight line. That means less energy wasted and more time enjoying the scenery. It's also surprisingly nimble for a 15-footer. I could spin it around in tight spots without much effort. Whether you're fishing, exploring, or just cruising, it feels responsive and predictable. One thing I appreciate is the built-in mold-in cup holders and the gear tracks on the gunnels. You can clip on a rod holder, a small anchor system, or even a dry bag without drilling anything. It keeps your essentials within reach and your hands free for paddling. The center thwart has a small storage hatch too, perfect for stashing keys or a phone in a waterproof bag. Now, let's talk about the cons. The biggest one is the weight when it's fully loaded. If you're planning multi-day trips with heavy gear, you might feel the difference compared to a lighter expedition canoe. Also, while the seats are comfortable, they're not as cushioned as some aftermarket options, so if you're planning all-day paddles, you might want to add a seat pad. Overall, the Old Town Discovery 158 is a solid recreational canoe that balances performance, comfort, and practicality. It's great for couples, small families, or anyone who wants a reliable boat for weekend adventures without the hassle of a heavier model. If you're in the market for a canoe that's easy to handle, tracks well, and won't break the bank, this one's worth a closer look. You can find the latest price and details in the description below. Hope this helps, and happy paddling. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Old Town Canoes and Kayaks Discovery 158 recreational canoe, red, 15 feet 8 inches sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like lightweight watertight hull and nylon-webbed seats actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like Old Town Canoes and Kayaks Discovery 158 recreational canoe, red, 15 feet 8 inches usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.